Welcome back to the Gun Collective. My name is Jon Patton. We're out here at the Proving Ground. I've got Ben here with me, and today, guys, we are giving the Palmetto State Armory 224 Valkyrie another shot. Yes, not like that one, another shot. Now, let's talk about Valkyrie for a second before we get into this. Valkyrie as a whole, the 224 Valkyrie, has had kind of a rocky start. There were some incredible results with pre-production ammo across the board. Everybody's very, very excited about it. And then the heavy stuff, the 90 grain projectiles that Federal put out and said, this is the stuff that's going to help you hit 1,300 yards with an AR-15 reliably, just didn't work. We've seen really inconsistent results when it comes to twist rates, when it comes to different chamberings, when it comes to different bullets. I've heard things about the breast not lasting long if you're hand loading. And if you're hand loading, that's probably the only way that you're going to get good, consistent results out of one of these things. And the unfortunate thing there is, with the brass slide being short, you are likely not going to do anything but throw money at this. The other thing to consider is with the heavier projectiles not really functioning the way you want them with most of the factory offerings. I have seen some do very, very well. So we've got issues of chamberings, we've got issues with bullets, bullet material, bullet jackets. I've heard issues with twist rates. You know, a lot of guys are saying the 6.5 is the only way. However, Federal has come out multiple times, them and their paid ambassadors, saying the 1 in 7 is the only way to shoot this. The 1 in 7 is great. However, when you take a general 1 in 7 look across the board, the results are inconsistent, and that's the problem. It's not the fact that one guy over here can get great groups, another guy over here can get great groups. It's everybody in between there cannot. And that, my friends, is a problem. Federal has admitted issues with the 90 grain bullets, but what we're going to do today, we're going to get to this, right? We're going to go ahead and give this PSA a chance. We're going to start off by blasting a few groups to find our best ammo at 100 yards, Ben and I both. And we're going to do that using some magazines we got from Gun Mag Warehouse. Our friends sent over some 6.8 mags. We've also got some Federal 60 grain Nosler ammo. Then we've got some 75 grain TMJ. Then we've got those special 90 grain that may or may not function. And then we've got something that is supposed to be the best in the heavy side of things, the 88 grain ELD match from Hornady. So we're going to try all of that. Real quick, this is I believe it's an 18-inch 224 Valkyrie stainless barrel from Palmetto State. Up on top, we've got a Nikon scope. It's one of their Black Series. That's mounted in a KDG QD mount. Those are pretty cool. I believe it's called the side lock. Then out front, we've got the D-lock setup from our friends at Zero Delta. And, of course, our Coltac rear bag. Speaking of Coltac, roll the sponsor spot. Let's get to it. Coltac is no longer just making suppressor wraps and pouches. They're jumping headfirst into the precision rifle game with products like the Cuddle Bag, the Boss Bag, the Ammo Book, and the Rifle Handle. You pick the colors, they build the gear. And because you're awesome and you watch TGC, they're doing a special discount code for you. TGC10 will get 10% off your entire order over at Coltac.com. All right, so we got the target cam set up. We're going to start off with the 60 grainers. Let's do it. I'm going to go top left of the top left. Okay.
Those last three we're all touching.
Yep. Top right?
Yeah, top right.
Okay. And on the top edge. Got 3 touching.
Yep.
What do you think? So top, bottom, and then hand loads in the center.
Yeah.
Okay. What the was that?
Wow.
And the 88.
Bottom right.
Bottom right. Okay.
Alright, here we go. We're going to shoot these same order as John shot them in. I'm going to shoot the bottom target starting from top left. So I'm going to go the same order that you did.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
And then I'll shoot the hand load in the middle. Bottom left target, top left.
Send it.
Those are a 60 grain Nosslers. These are 75 grain TMJs. I go top right.
Okay. These were hitting a little high for me, just be aware. Woo! Alright, move on to the 90s. Gun's running well. Haven't broke it yet, that's positive. Bottom left.
Yep.
Okay, and the 88's in the bottom right of the bottom left target.
Alright, bottom left target, bottom right square.
That's a good group so far.
One shot.
Okay. Alright, so now you're going to move on to hand loads.
77 grain tip match king in Starline brass. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to go bottom left center.
Okay. That is a group, my friend. That's a solid group. Alright, let's see what your 90 grain hand loads do.
Shoot the next target over center.
Okay, that sounds good.
Bottom right, so I shoot the center, because I don't know where these are going to go.
Alright. Wow.
It does not like 90 grainers.
It did not like those at all. Alright, let's let that thing cool, and then I'll take a few more shots. Put a YHM turbo on there. Here we go. 60 grain ammo.
Hold on a second. Stand by.
Standing by. Simply Red, standing by.
Simply Red, standing by.
Top right target, top left.
That's the best group of the day.
Top right.
Yep. Just on the edge of the good elevation.
The Mirage is hardcore. Mirage is getting pretty significant.
These are the 90s, right?
Yes, 90 grain, bottom left, so this has potential to overlap. Now these we're shooting high, so we'll see what this does.
Yeah, you're still gonna be right. Did that one feel like you, or was it just...
No, it did not feel like me on that one.
See it? Bottom right-hand corner.
Yep.
It was off the paper on. That's the square.
Alright. Let's keep on rolling.
Here we go. We're going to shoot this suppressed. We got some 60 grain Nosslers. I'm going to go bottom right target, top left square. You ready?
Yep, send it. Solid group.
Yeah, that stuff's been shooting the best all day so far.
Yeah. Besides your hand loads.
Alright, so I'm going to go top right. There's
Yep,
one
top
in it
right.
already.
So that's, I adjusted it. It's,
Yeah,
just hold center. You should be fine.
Yeah, there's one in that top right already.
Yeah, we can see it.
From that 90 grain group I shot. See it? 1 o'clock?
Yep, got it. Off the edge. Wow, those last two fell right in the center. You think it'll get through these last two?
Yeah, we'll see.
Bottom left.
Bottom left.
Those were the 90s.
Yep.
And wrapping up with the 88s, bottom right.
Yep.
Bottom corner of the paper. All right, let's go take a look. All right, shot all our 100-yard groups, suppressed, unsuppressed, 4 different kinds of factory ammo, 2 different kinds of hand loads. The results, mediocre at best. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I think 75 grain bullets will do it, but I think, like...
Yeah, you shot a really good group with your hand loads.
Yeah, I think...
And the 75 grain TMJs did okay. We both agree that the 60 grain nozzlers, the 60 grain bullets were the ones that we both shot the best, which kind of makes this whole cartridge a moot point. But what do you think about the heavier bullets, the 90s and the 88s?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing between 1.5 to 3 inch groups with the 88s and 90s. Like this one's a 3-inch group.
And that was with the 88s that you shot suppressed.
Yep.
But somehow, I mean, from here to here, we don't have a final measurement yet. We'll put them on screen, but this is also not a great group unsuppressed.
That's still, what, 2.5 inches?
And you know, we were trying to figure out what's the best factory ammo to stretch it out, right? That's the idea with this 100-yard test. So, what do you think? It shoots about the same both. We're gonna go ahead and keep shooting it suppressed because quiet shooting is better shooting. Agreed?
Yeah, I mean, we'll try the 60s, and what do you want to try, the 88s?
Yeah, I think everybody's saying the 88s are better than the 90s. We know the 90s are super inconsistent. In fact, where was it? I had a group up here, and then I had one fly down here out of the 90s. That's weird. That's a big anomaly. I'm not feeling good about your 90s.
No.
This is okay. It tightened up with the can on there for you.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to stick with the 60s, and we're going to stick with the 88s. We're going to stretch it out to 300 and 500 yards and see how it does, and maybe we'll have some fun after that. Let's keep it rolling.
So we're 300 yards. We got some 60 grainers loaded up. The nozzlers. We're going to put a group down on the left-hand target.
It's not a fantastic group.
It's centered at least.
Yeah.
I'll load 5 and I'll shoot them at that steel plate. And we'll see what the difference is, because I'm at 1 mil right now.
Okay.
These are 90 grainers. Shoot that pig. I'm gonna hold it right in his eye. There's an eye there.
Yep. Off the right.
Yep.
Just under the snout. Same spot. Right in the mouth.
So these are the 88 grain Hornady ELD Max. I'm gonna hold center. I'm on it.
Send it. The last 4 started to group. 300-yard targets. Ben shot these with the 60s and the 90s. Ben, what do you think about the 60s, buddy?
60s weren't too bad. They were like, what, 3.5, 4 inches we thought. I know some guys asked, the app we're using is called Range Buddy. All you do is take a picture and you gotta tell it what your size is. So you just put like 1 inch or 2 inches.
Yeah, you give it a known metric, and then it can calculate all the sizes, which is cool. Very nice for us.
Yeah.
So this about 3.5 inch group. MOA at this distance is 3 inches, and it's above that with the best shooting stuff that we had. This was suppressed. Interestingly enough, his last 4 kind of fell in this area over here, so it started to maybe tighten up. I don't know. A 60 grain bullet. Keep going. The 90s.
So this is a group here.
Yeah, so you got one group here, I believe.
So that's right around 7 inches, and this one's right around 6.5, 6 3/4.
Yeah,
we'll get
so
the exact
2 MOA or over. I mean, staggeringly bad. Even with, this is supposed to be, the 88 grain stuff is supposed to be the best on the market. I kept saying 90s. I kept saying 90s,
Me too, but
it's the 88 grain. I'll have Izzy just correct me every time I say it wrong.
Very nice words, but happens to be wrong.
I know guys that have PSA guns that they shoot great. 223 guns that shoot great.
Yeah, I don't
know anybody that has a 224 Valkyrie, but
I don't think that the issue here is a budget brand versus a premium brand.
no, I don't think it is either.
Because we've seen this in some of our testing. I know Chad has seen this in some of his testing. Let's keep moving. Let's go to 5
we'll go 5
and see what's going on over there. I suspect it's not much better. Here we go at 500. We're going to start with the 60 grain Nosler ballistic tip ammo.
Left target.
Left-hand target.
See it?
Yep.
Great clock.
Yep.
We're even catching a trace in the camera.
Awesome. All right, there's our first 5-shot magazine. We're gonna keep going. All right, that's our 60 grain group. Let's go take a look at what happened downrange, shall we? So, I shot these groups.
Yeah, these are your 60s.
These are my 60 and 88 grain, not 90, 88 grain groups at 500 yards. Ben, any thoughts on my groups here?
Yeah, I think your last 3 went underneath here.
This paper was actually flapping in the wind, so I had to come back up here.
They're down here somewhere.
We're not exactly sure, but we're suspecting in this region, maybe under here. It's impossible to tell with this backer, but even this, what did we measure this at?
So that one's
7-ish?
7 inches? Yeah, about 7 inches.
Above MOA, which is 5 inches at this range.
And this one is
This is the 88s.
right around 12 inches.
Around 12 inches, so we were looking at 6.5 to 7 inches at 300, so it didn't really get any better. So the argument of whether it would settle at extended ranges, gone. We can wipe that one off the table.
Which is what I thought would happen. But
It was possible.
Yeah.
We've seen guns do that before. However, the argument about the twist rate, needing a 6.5 twist rate for heavier bullets seems to be true. The point is, the PSA 224 Valkyrie, I don't think it's a bad gun. This does not make me say that's a really, really bad gun. I think the cartridge is the flaw in that equation. If you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna shoot a 60 grain bullet, what other major cartridge out there shoots a 55 to a 77 grain bullet very well, proven, even in military use? What is that cartridge?
223.
223 or 556. Why the hell would you do that with a Valkyrie? Why would you pay that extra?
So the funny thing is, with that 77 grain tip match king load that I had, that was the exact same load I run in my 223. Exact same powder load.
So you could expect that to shoot really, really well because it's a very similar load, same bullet, same powder, same primer, different case, different chambering. Yet, the 223, we know, will outshoot the Valkyrie all day, every day. The Palmetto State Armory 224 Valkyrie, not a bad gun. I think the problem is the cartridge.
It ran great today, actually.
Yeah, it ran really well, both unsuppressed and suppressed.
Yeah.
We thought it had a potential to break because that's what happened last time.
Yeah, I mean, that had to just be a fluke thing with the guns too,
Lord
but
Lord knows what happened. I don't think this is definitive for Valkyrie. I don't think that anybody should go out and run out and buy a 224 Valkyrie from any company, let alone Palmetto State Armory. We may do some more testing on some of their other rifles in the future. I mean, it's about a $600 to $800 gun, which means if you're shooting lighter weight bullets and you absolutely have to have a Valkyrie, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this for a budget type rifle. However, I will tell you that if you spend the money and you really want premium accuracy with those bullet weights, you either get yourself a 223 5.56, something of that sort, or you hop into 6mm or 6.5. Any thoughts?
yeah, I'm in the same boat. I mean, it would be a pretty good round in 60 grain if you want to shoot varmints with it, if you don't already have a 223. But I mean,
Why?
yeah, I mean you can buy off the shelf good ammo for 223 that you know shoots under MOA.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
it's just,
I don't know if Valkyrie is going to get fixed.
I don't know. It seemed like there's a lot of voodoo in it,
Mhm.
and it's, I don't know. It just doesn't. Something's not. There's two pieces of the puzzle that aren't coming together that I don't
Sure.
know what it is yet.
Well, we've seen arguments about the twist rate.
Yeah.
That is clearly an issue with 1 in 7. I don't care what Federal says. 1 in 7 is not right for the heavy bullets. It's not.
I'll go back to the competition side of it. Palma guys.
Mhm.
Palma guys shoot 80 grain bullets. They
Okay.
have to shoot a 223, but they're shooting 32-inch barrels.
32 inch.
Yep. Yeah.
To
They're
get the stabilized
With 80
projectile.
grainers, yep.
With the 80 grain bullets. So if you want to shoot a bullet that's 8 or 10 grains heavier,
Yeah.
you would suspect needing a faster twist rate in the shorter barrels.
Yeah, I can't. When I try to shoot the 90s in my high power rifle,
Uh-huh.
it didn't work in a 1 in 7.5. Even pushing it pretty hard. That's single loading, 600 yards.
This is interesting. I mean, I don't like the idea of having to just shut this down and say, look, the cartridge doesn't work. But I know there are anomalies. I know there are guys getting good groups on the internet. I know there are guys that are posting lightweight bullets as Valkyrie groups that are amazing, but they're lightweight bullets. If you're shooting a 75 grain bullet and you're getting a great group, fantastic, that rifle works. But why? What's the point? I don't want you guys to go out and expect premium accuracy out of a gun that's just not going to deliver it consistently. And having to hand load
Yeah.
kind of makes it pointless.
Yeah, there's guys out in the world that don't hand load. You go buy your ammo out of the store. I mean, not
Well, that's
everybody.
the point.
Not everybody hand loads.
I don't think it's fair for us to crank out a bunch of hand
No.
loads, really dial the rifle in, because we may be able to do that. Your hand loads, the Tip Match Kings, did pretty well today at 100 yards, but I think it's important for us to represent an above average shooter, an average shooter, and show you guys what we're running into. It's an accurate representation of what you guys may run into at the range, and that's what's important to us when we're doing these types of tests. Unfortunately, this particular gun did not fare so well, but I appreciate you guys watching. Ben, I appreciate you helping me through all of this, because it's been quite a ride so far.
The Valkyrie stuff has been.
Yeah, it's been tough. We've had a lot of accusations thrown our way.
Yeah, I know, and that,
Ben, every time a video goes up, Ben goes, the damn comments.
stop reading the comments.
Hey, but that is it for today's video, guys. Shout out to our sponsors, Coltac, for helping us out with the Proving Ground, of course. Also, shout out to Starline Brass,
yep.
Brownells for sending reloading dies,
Yep.
Gun Mag Warehouse for sending mags. A whole bunch of companies came together and helped us. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon.